tech is not working with Zoom. So today we're talking about acid rain. So we're trying to define acid rain. That's the first step. So hopefully you now know that acids have a pH below 7. Rain is kind of self-explanatory. So we have a few ingredients that go up from Earth, enter the air pollution, enter the water cycle, and come back down through rain that has now been, the pH has been reduced to below 7. So what we're trying to do today is find the cause of acid rain and its effects on the environment. And we'll know we have learned it because you will be able to define acid rain and explain how human behavior affects it. Okay. So acid rain or acid deposition is a broad term that includes any form of precipitation with acidic components. So you could have acid snow, you could have acid sleet. Okay, so there could be any kind of precipitation with an acidic component. Okay, so the acidic components normally mean sulfuric or nitric acid that fall to the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry forms. Like I said, that can be rain, snow, fog, hail, or even dust that is acidic. Okay, so acid rain results when sulfur dioxide, SO2, or nitrogen oxides, called NOx's, are emitted into the atmosphere and transported by wind and air currents. Sulfur dioxide and nitric oxides react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals to form sulfuric and nitric acid. These then mix with water and other materials before falling to the ground. Okay, so what we see here is the acid pathway. Okay, the sulfur and the nitrogen goes up into the clouds. It then mixes with all those other ingredients in the air, especially the water, and then it comes back down, and then eventually it ends up in the rivers and lakes and ponds. Okay, so here we see a study of the different animals in a specific pond. Okay, and the question to you guys is, what animals cannot survive in a pH of 5? Okay, so the answer to that is, if we look at the 5 column, what is missing? Bass is gone, clams have died, crayfish have died, snails have died, and the mayflies have died. Now, technically, the frogs have still survived the pH, but all their food sources, the flies, are now gone. So the frogs might be able to survive for a short period, but their food has disappeared. So that is a special problem affecting the biosphere in this zone when acid rain has returned. Okay, so this sets up the beginnings of our assignment. We then are going to look at there's a reading and some questions to finish off for today. Remember, next class, Monday, we're going to have a quiz over all of these components: air pollution, acid rain. The last 4 assignments, including this one, will come together for an 8-question quiz. That will be next week, okay, beginning of next week. And then we'll go off and talk about the different ways to review for the final exam. You'll already see that there is a self-assessment that you can take, which lists all the topics that we've covered this year, which will also be all the topics that you'll need to know for the final exam. Okay, so hopefully we get Zoom working here soon, but if not, we have this recording ready.